Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm 9 miles up. I'm a real life 737 pilot, and today we're going to show you the sequence of pushing back, starting the engines, and configuring the aircraft for departure. So all checks are completed. The only thing missing is for the ground, the captain to contact the ground crew and make sure that all doors and hatches are closed, the ground equipment is removed, and they are ready for the pushback. As soon as he has that information, he will usually prompt the first officer, which in this case to me, which in this case would be me, to contact the tower for our pushback clearance. The way we do that is we go down here, set the transponder to alt off, and then we're going to contact them. The reason why we start the transponder before we contact them is because, as you probably imagine, if you're at an airport where there's 55 or 100 aircraft on the ground, we make the ATC controller's life a little bit easier just by doing this, as now they can see us on the screen. So let's imagine now that we are cleared for push and startup, and the captain has finished all his calls with the ground crew and they are fully ready as well. In that case, if I'm the pilot flying, I would go up and I would set my packs off, make sure my APU bleed is on, anti-collision light goes on, make sure the parking brake is set and that the transponder is in alt off, and we can switch over to number 2 ATC here. And in that case, we are now fully ready for push and startup. Now it's time to relax and sit back while they push back the aircraft. The only thing we need to note is exactly the off block time here. So when the captain releases the parking brake, there you go, parking brake release time 0720, so we note that down. So we have the block times, and then we are pushing. Let's imagine the ground crew now clears for engine start. So they would say, cockpit, you are cleared to start engine number 2 and engine number 1 in sequence. In that case, I would confirm here that we are clear on the right as much as I can see. Start the timer, and I will flick on the switch here to ground. And now it's all about monitoring. I want to see a positive increase in N2, and when I see that, I confirm by the call out N2. And I'll say now N2, call out the N1 rotation. I have N1 rotation, so I call out N1, and the pilot monitoring would call out oil pressure. 25% introduce the fuel, make sure the engine and spar valve here goes out, and now we keep monitoring our engine instruments. Keep a hand here on the cutoff switch just to make sure we are ready to abort the start. Starter cutout, the pilot monitoring would say, and I would say monitor engine number 2. And when he says engine number 2 stable, then it's a good engine start. And now we can set the parking brake for the ground crew. And ready to start engine number 1. Timing. Ground. N2. N1. Pilot monitoring would call out oil pressure. Waiting for 25%. There you go. Check the valves here. Starter cutout the pilot monitoring will say, and I would say monitor engine number 1. And we're looking for 2, approximately 400 degrees, but 600 on a cold morning like this on the first start is not abnormal. And 6.3. So 2463, approximately that is what we're looking for. When the EGT red line has disappeared, we can call out as pilot monitoring 2 good engine starts, engine number 1 is stable. As soon as we hear that, we're going to put the engines on the generators. We can put the APU switch off, and then we do nothing. Now we make sure that the ground crew is inside and that we see the guy with the pin. When we see that, then we are clear to reconfigure the aircraft. I accidentally pressed this. There we go. So the rest of the flow is start switches to continuous. Now we go up, put the probe heat on, configure our air conditioner panel. Remember that we configure it in a C shape always. When something goes on, we do it in this way. When something goes off, we take it in the other way. So now auto, auto, auto. Wait a little bit, check out the duct pressure. That's fine, stabilized. APU bleeder switch goes off, make sure it's stabilized. Now we go down, select our flaps 5. Do our flight controls check. Full up, full down, full right, full left, neutral, rudders, neutral, full right, neutral, full left, neutral. Let's check the system page. 100% 96. Pressure 3000. Do a recall. And now that is the entire flow. So now we would read out the before taxi checklist to the captain. And the before taxi checklist is generators on, APU off, start switches continuous, probe heat on, anti-ice off, aircon, PAX auto, bleeds on, set, isolation valve auto, flaps 5 required, 5 selected, green light, stab trim 6.2 units required, 6.2 units set, start levers, idle detent, flight controls checked, recall checked. Before taxi checklist is completed. So now we've done the entire setup and the aircraft is fully ready for taxi and departure. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you learned a thing or two, let me know. If you have any questions whatsoever or suggestions or things you want to see in a video explained, let me know in the comments below, and until next time, have a safe flight, guys. See you, bye.